Hirschneck needs legit help, guys.
My family's all going, or not family, my friends are all going to jail.
Yeah, that's true. Your friends need help too.
I'm glad that everyone's getting a chance to witness the chaos that is our team as we begin tonight's episode.
This conversation's been happening for a week.
Victoria Brown coming in. The Bit Fairy is coming in already. Thank you for the bits, Victoria. We appreciate it. Welcome, everybody, to Kindred Lists right here at Proficiency Bonus. Excuse me, I know how to talk. We are starting episode 9 of Kindred Lists tonight. We are happy that you are joining us. My name is Michael, your most humble and merciful Dungeon Master for the evening. And before we get started, we want to do a quick shout out to some of our supporters and sponsors. We want to thank Twitch, Streamlabs, Team MZ, Many-Sided Dice, and our good friends over at Little Dragon Corp for all their support. You type in ! Little Dragon in the chat, which I'm sure at least 5 people have already done so. You can get a quick link to their website where you can buy a whole bunch of dice and RPG gear. And if you use the coupon code PROBONUS, you get 10% off of your order.
Shiny.
Shiny. Very shiny. And I think they shared on Twitter today that they're getting ready to start a new Kickstarter soon. So I'm going to have to double check that. But I think they're going to have a new Kickstarter out. And I think they're getting Little Dragon Corp pins made with the different like dragon logos and characters. So that should be fun. So quick recap from last time that we were all together. You guys made your way to the Waterdeep Gazette to confront this individual who wrote the article about you and published your addresses and all that other information. You scared him quite a bit. Found out that he got most of his information from Lachlan's dad by visiting along there, and also by going in taking the articles from other towns' newspapers and using them as a resource to write these articles. You guys got some information that the artwork of Molfen came from an artist. It got changed from the Everland aspect. Whoever drew Molfen and Everland, they obviously went through a Daggerford filter when it got to Daggerford, as Molfen's image was changed to be a terrible, gruesome creature within the wanted ad that he was in the paper. You guys have all determined when coming back that... Oh, I almost forgot. The eggs hatched.
Right.
The eggs hatched. You guys got these little green dragon-like dogs running around your living room. And Diana reached out to her god, but then something strange happened. You guys had the candles all blow out in some infernal writing. Gave you a warning in which Molfen and the rest of you discovered there was somebody watching you. And you determined by putting the candles together that it was the Zalaran family crest. As a warning from, let's just say someone from maybe possibly the extraplanar entities were warning you of what was going on. I think you guys have determined that you guys wanted to head back to Daggerford, to the place where it all began. This crazy journey, this crazy adventure. So I'm going to let that play out and let those decisions be made by you, my friends. And so the story is told. What would you guys like to do?
I personally would like to find India Ottilia and Sarai Riverwalker.
Because she made you look angry. And stuff, but...
Just...
So we're on the way to Daggerford right now? We're on
No,
the
I
way?
believe Callista was... Well, I was trying to convince Callista to open a tree door for us.
I can do that.
That sounds good.
to Daggerford for the whole, like, newspaper? Oh, we're going for Callista's,
We have to deal with that. We have to deal,
Yes.
yes, there's a whole bunch to do in Daggerford.
Okay.
Isn't Clarion watching our dragon puppies? Isn't Clarion watching
Yes.
the dragon puppies? Okay, good. Just making sure.
Yeah.
Our dragon puppies.
Isn't it? Yeah, I think it's him and Riled, right?
Riled, yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
By the way, I have a copy of Molfin's mugshot hanging in my room right now, my bedroom.
Oh my god. Do we have more newspapers?
Oh yeah.
Good.
Lachlan brought home like at least 15 of them.
I spent
would
like 10
to
gold on
get-
newspapers.
I would like to get a newspaper clipping of Wolfen's face, and I would like to, at some point in the near future, frame it and put it on the mantle.
Yes.
I like it.
Oh yeah. They
Right, a little bit of an itch here.
Remember that time when we all in the newspaper? Remember what Muffin looked like? Oh yeah, just look at the fireplace. There it is.
Oh, thank you, Victoria, for the bits. We got 100 bits for a Molfin mugshot. So that'd be that's nice. Fantastic.
You don't want me to be famous, and damn sure make sure I'm infamous.
Famous, not infamous. Famous.
Well, apparently they don't want me to be famous, they want me infamous. Should have brought down the Gazette.
Oh. Alright.
At least I made him pee himself, so.
Yeah, that's something.
So what is the plan when we go to Daggerford? Are we dealing with the Daggerford paper first, or Callista, do you want to deal with your situation first? We also have to deal with the wizard Delphin.
We should probably deal with Callista's stuff first. You know, that's more personal than a newspaper dude.
It also may be more trouble than the person from the newspaper.
Yeah, I'm not sure what we need to nip in the bud first. And we need to be... Muffin, is your seeming still up?
Oh, what? Yeah, probably, because it's only been a couple of hours, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
true.
Because that's something we're gonna need to keep a tab on timeline. How much we have.
Yeah.
How long have we been back at the house and sort of like hanging around and chatting? Would this be construed as a short rest?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Oh, okay. What I can do if we are planning on leaving, I can just recast the enchantment to make sure it's, thanks to the brief respite we've taken, I've managed to regain some of my arcane zip.
And to be honest, I'd like to not look like Ashlyn anymore.
I would like you not to look like Ashlyn.
Ryle chimes in.
That too.
So Molfin will drop concentration on theming. Well, not, I shouldn't say drop concentration. Well, basically release the enchantment.
Okay. Ryle now looks like himself again. I'm so relieved.
Dude, that was kind of weird.
It was really weird.
It was really weird.
How do you think I felt? I mean, you were yourself. I was not.
Lol.
And then casting Seeming again, this time going for Halfling. And just because, you know, I'm feeling inspired from our discussion earlier in Discord, looking like Elmer Fudd.
Oh no!
Slightly just completely bald.
Wow.
Exactly sort of that hunter-esque leather outfit, big goofy hat.
Wow.
Okay, you got it. So are you just doing this to yourself, or is there anyone else that you would be using? Because I think you can use it on anybody, right?
I can do it up to any number of creatures I can see.
Okay.
So is anybody else would anyone else want to be changed as Molfin is starting to cast this?
No, I have alter self at will, so I don't need it anymore.
So it looks like appears to be just me.
No!
Matthew, you win. You win D&D tonight. You just...
Episode title.
Oh
Be
god.
very, very quiet. I'm hunting water lions.
Oh my god.
He's created a monster all by himself. All right, so as the party collects Elmer Fudd, I believe you guys would head out to your tree that's been planted in the front yard. Clarion kind of just looks at you all and just tells you to be safe on your way out. And then if you need him, to make sure that you reach out and contact him. You did get those other sending stones, I believe.
Right.
Did you give
Yep.
you give one to Clarion, and you guys are gonna take the other one since you already did you already use the other ones or something like that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I already used one to
Okay.
contact him earlier today.
Okay.
So there's one more, and either Dad or Clarion can have it. I'm just gonna leave it at the house, and they can choose who wants to hold on to it.
Okay. Perfect. And you guys head out to the tree. Callista begins to cast her incantations at the base of the tree, and you guys see that strange kind of warping effect start with the bark of the tree that you guys have become familiar with. And she gestures to you. And basically, you have 6 seconds. Everybody
Yeah, we all running, yeah.
starts zooming through as you see it's almost as like an instant of weightlessness as the bark just kind of like flashes by your eyes, and you just walk out of another tree just south of the walls of Daggerford. And you can see the town before you. There's a bridge that leads over that river that you guys have been familiar crossing before. You guys have been here several times. And you make your way towards Daggerford. I'm going to take you guys back over to the Daggerford map.
I've been to Daggerford. No.
Yeah.
think
Oh
you
wait, we
have.
landed on the roof, but that was it. I haven't been here.
I think you were here.
When we went into the temple.
Yeah, I marked
Of
I've
Ilmater.
got the Temple of Ilmater marked. You remember when you guys went in to save Diana's mom
Oh right.
from the strange...
Like a demon roaming around near Daggerford that we never like found.
Yeah, yeah.
Whoops, forgot about that one.
Wait, what?
Yeah, there's a...
Like one got out of the temple, right?
One got out.
Oh.
Yeah. There was, yeah.
I thought we followed it.
No, there was a different one. One got out and rampaged around and ran over the wall.
Hmm.
Then there's the
I
bone devil
believe-
that Mulfin sent back into the city to attack Delphin's Tower up here.
Yep, there's that.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Lots of good stuff.
Good memories.
Wow.
Lots of good
Good
stuff.
memories.
Welcome
Good
to welcome to
times.
Daggerford, folks.
We just like, oh yeah, we left a mess here and forgot to clean it up. Oh well.
Yeah.
Oops.
So you cross the bridge and you make your way to the front gates of Daggerford. And immediately, as you cross the bridge, you guys notice there's a difference here. Normally there's just a few standard Daggerford guards here. But you see a few others standing here, clad with red capes, and it appears that they have golden highlights among leather and studded leather armor that they're wearing. They are heavily armed, some with pole arms, some with long swords, some with great swords. It seems as if there's another presence of security here in Daggerford as you guys approach.
We know what that is.
Yeah, hey guys.
I know,
You
I
what
certainly
involved?
do.
Ashlyn, you make a history check.
Oh yeah. Oh boy, so good at those. Let's see. Where's Ashley? Okay. so good at the intelligence-based checks there. Ooh, yeah, that's a 3.
Nice.
The capes are
No.
the capes are really nice looking.
Wow, those are awesome capes. Maybe I can get one.
Can I
Does
also try?
Molfin recognize it?
Molfin, you would recognize it right away. These are
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
these are Lord's Alliance trained guards.
Everyone immediately notices Molfin seems to perk up a little bounce in the step all of a sudden. Like,
Is Molfin okay?
What's
Snake should get cape.
I'm in. That's a good idea.
Okay, we'll put that on the to-do list.
Yeah, that's. If you see one style that you like, let's
Okay.
go for it.
I want to throw on my the cape of Emerald Enclave. There we go.
There you go.
Are you putting the cape?
If they're
You putting on
repping,
the
then I'm
cape?
repping.
All right.
Yeah.
Throws on her emerald green cape.
Yeah, that's it.
All right, so you guys approach, and immediately one of the regular Daggerford guards that are wearing just kind of like brown leathers and holding a spear and a shield just kind of looks over to you. Halt! State your business in Daggerford, please.
Oh, how much time have we spent here before? Would we know this guy?
Oh, you would.
Or would he know us?
You would. Diana would.
Who is he?
Uh-oh.
This.
Of course, Diana
Is
would.
he cute?
Is he
Oh
cute?
no, it starts again!
Does he have a dagger that I can steal?
This guy.
or is it a pocket handkerchief this time?
Yeah.
I love this random name generator. This guy's name is Tarzan.
No way!
Oh no.
The random generator said it's Tarzan.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Tarzan. Jesus Christ.
Okay, so Tarzan tells us to halt and state our business.
Exactly.
Remembering. Same. Lena hesitates for a second, then remembers his name, then laughs a little bit to herself.
Why are you laughing? What's so funny?
Nothing, sir. Come on, Tarzan. You know me.
Hey. He looks around. They call me Zan.
Okay, Zan. I'm sorry, Zan.
So much cooler.
Zan is like, say Zanny.
Zanny.
Wait, I heard that. No, it's Zan.
Zan. Okay.
Zanny sounds
Zan.
like nanny. That's just not right.
Okay.
What's your business here?
Okay, Zan. Zan, come on. Do I really need a reason to come back and visit my hometown?
Look. I'm just trying to do what I'm supposed to do, okay? And he looks back over his shoulder at the guys wearing the red capes, and they kind of like look over. They're having a conversation. They look over and they're like watching. It's like, look. Okay, I'm just trying to do my job. I don't want any trouble. I need this job,
Zan, don't worry about it, bud. All right, it's gonna be fine. We're just here to pop in, visit, reminisce on some old times. That's it. Nobody's gonna cause any trouble.
They're not gonna buy reminiscing.
How would they buy that? I'm literally a freaking cleric of the temple here. I'll tell them that I'm on some cleric business.
Oh, that's probably a bad idea. Diana, look, they're investigating that temple of yours.
I tuck my my holy symbol into my shirt.
I'm gonna do something I have never done. I am going to pull out a signet ring for the Horncrow family that's I've never ever brought out.
Whoa.
Because she's on a mission and this guy's in my way. So let's just get straight to it. I kind of flash it at him. Horncrow business, let us through.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I apologize. I mean, looks at Diane and says, I'm sorry. Look.
What is it, San? What is it that now apparently rich people are over God in your eyes?
It's not that. It's like, listen, ever since those demons came out of that temple, it's just been a little strange around here, okay?
Sorry about that. Did you ever find that demon, by the way? Just wondering.
What demon?
Oh, not the ones that
Diana,
we
I'm
contained.
just gonna put
We
my
killed
arm around
him.
Diana
The
and
body.
just start
Bye.
As
Horncrow business.
you guys are
bye.
walking by and the other guys are just like, you guys are just passing through, and he's like, oh, yeah, checkpoint. And he's like, demon, there's another demon, what? And he starts looking around.
Horncrow business. Oh God. Did we not tell them?
and you guys make your way through the main gate of the area, and it's during the day, so the marketplace is kind of bustling here, for as bustling as the Daggerford marketplace can get. It's not a huge town by any means, but there are a lot of people that are running about, purchasing their goods for the day, groceries, farming, the farm. The people who own the farms bring their farming materials in and sell it and all their products. And you notice intermittently throughout the crowds, there are like sometimes a pair of these individuals with red capes just kind of walking about. And they're just moving around the marketplace, just kind of slowly walking around. Look like they're just scouting around and looking around and keeping an eye out on the villagers and everything that's going on in the town.
Making sure to not be within earshot of them, waiting for them to, pass further enough away. So, do we have a plan for our approach here?
Nope.
So, where do we start?
Where's the Horncrow mansion?
Yeah, that was what I was
Where's
wondering.
the Horncrow estate, and where is the newspaper?
Yeah. Can you ping that?
Yeah, I'm
Michael?
gonna try.
Okay. I'm gonna try.
I'm looking around here.
Do or do not. There is no try.
That's right. I would say that the Horncrow estate would be this corner area, this corner building right there.
Ooh, okay.
It's got the whole corner to itself. It's a very intricate building on the corner. The newspaper would be located in one of these smaller buildings, probably on the side of the drill field, like right here, one of these little smaller establishments.
Okay.
Where shall we go first?
Why do we have to yell at the poor artist lady again?
Yeah.
Dolphin just sort of turns and looks at Ashlyn, just sort of out of the side. There's a reason somebody made them change my image.
Yeah.
Okay.
It would either somebody told her to, or she made the decision herself.
Judging by the Lord's Alliance presence here, I guess we can make an assumption on how that happened.
That would be my guess, but I will either have a name or her life. So,
No
Her
life. No life, just art.
Let's be careful about crimes.
Yes.
I would like to be able to come back here sometimes.
That's coming from the resident thief and cleric, by the way, that we should not do crime, so.
And I jumped a couple of guys in an alley, so like if I'm saying don't do crime.
Yeah. So, let's be careful.
yes, advising me not to kill somebody does sort of have a lesser meaning coming from you today than it has in the past, I must admit.
Well,
No
you know what?
one
I
died.
still made her, so I'm forgiven.
She attempted. She's just not very good at it yet. She'll get better with practice, I promise.
What, murder?
Yes.
Have I murdered anybody? I don't think I have.
This is where the montage goes on.
As all flashing by, just images. Nope. Slightly wounded, somebody else killed. Gravely wounded, somebody else still killed. Knocked unconscious, wounded, somebody else killed.
It's like in what is it in Forrest Gump where they show all of Lieutenant Dan's like predecessors like dying in battle, and it's like,
I think you're right.
and another guy go.
Yeah.
I've probably killed a few people, but that was in combat, and that's different.
Right, this was your
Live by the sword, die by the sword, you know?
But
Anyway,
Anyway,
let's
a conversation first, and then... But I have a feeling things will get a little more excitable at the Horncrow location.
When we do our
Okay.
Horncrow business.
yeah.
It's Callista's choice.
Right. Well, we'll follow you, Diana, since you know the way around here. And Callista, whoever wants to lead, you both can lead. I'm not telling anyone their business, but I will follow.
Don't really know my way around here, honestly.
Okay.
You do or you don't?
I don't.
Oh, you don't? All right then. Do I know?
I know
where
how to
the
get to my
horn-
place, but that's it.
Yeah, and we're going there first, anyways. So let's go to the Horncrow residence.
Okay.
Okay.
Which way are you going to get there?
Uh-oh.
SpaghettiOs.
Because you are currently, you just walked in the gate, so you're just down here where number 2 is through the gate. You just walked through the gate right there between number 2 and number 17. So would you go immediately to your right and go through the drill field and past the Daggerford Tribune? Or would you go up past the Temple of Elmater on the high road there in the middle?
It's through this way.
Okay.
We took back alleys last time, so that's the only way I know how to get back.
Okay.
Well, we could walk past the Temple of Ilmater and just peek it around and see what's happening there.
Yeah, if you want to check.
We could.
Let's do that.
That is kind of important.
It's advised you're walking past if that person was right and it's being investigated.
Right.
No.
Yeah.
True.
This place is crawling with feds.
Yeah.
No, the Lord's look around. The Lord's Alliance.
Muffin?
Fuck 12, yes.
Yes.
Shit. Is there... It takes you a minute to do the telepathic bond, doesn't it? It takes you like 10 minutes, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
Out of character. It takes you
Yes.
like 11
We
minutes.
like duck into a cafe and do it.
But we could go sit down. Isn't there that wonderful little restaurant we met Lachlan's friend at before? No, the bowling ball. The round one.
The snail.
Yeah, where do we meet the snail?
At that big place, number 24, is the River Shining Tavern. That's where you met the snail.
And that's right near
Hey.
Yeah.
We could go to the tavern, have a quick bite to eat. I'm a little
Lachlan,
famished.
I believe you also went to a place called the Happy Cow.
Happy Cow. Which one was that? Was that where we met?
There was a bunch of halflings. I think they were the hard cheese family that ran the place, and you met that really attractive blonde-haired half-elf female named Zira, who was wearing.
That's right.
Who looked like basically a blonde version of Kate Beckinsale.
That's right.
Right. I forgot about her.
Let's go there. I think either of these places maybe not close under the eye of the, LA. Especially, wherever the snail is running. I imagine he doesn't want a lot of authorities around, So maybe these would be a good place to regroup.
I was just thinking it might be a good idea to have.
If we could take a little time and let me grab some food at the same point, I won't say no.
Okay.
Clint, what is law?
Let's go get some food and we will explain.
Law? Like the law?
No, law. L.A. Law.
We'll tell you when you're older.
Okay.
In primordial. Molfen will look over at Ashley and just say,
Oh, that's right.
the Lord's Alliance.
Oh.
Those red and gold fools are the ones who want me dead.
Oh. They're not nice.
Any trouble I cause here that results in their departures from this mortal coil is it's a bonus in my opinion, but perhaps food now.
No.
It sounds like I'm goggling rocks.
Yes, that too.
Okay, so you guys are headed to the Happy Cow, I believe. Is that where you wanted to go? I think that's...
I'm just following Lachlan. He seemed to have an idea for food, so...
Okay. This number 15 over here, in the corner right here, that's the Happy Cow Tavern. And you walk into a bustling atmosphere. It seems like it's relatively crowded in here as it's approaching lunchtime. And people are going nuts. There are people, there are minstrels in the corner. I mean, this place looks like it is going absolutely crazy right now. There's just like activity everywhere. People bringing halflings, like a whole family of halflings are walking around bringing drinks and plates of food and resting them down on the tables as everybody's just kind of having a joyous time here in the Happy Cow. And it almost seems like this seems to be the place that this kind of stuff happens, especially during lunchtime here in Daggerford. This seems to be the place to be. Lachlan, you do notice in a corner booth, Zira is present here.
Ooh.
She's
She
sitting.
was originally the one that led us to the other place, right? Was she sitting what?
She's sitting by herself.
Would Lachlan be eyeing her up? Because if so, I'm gonna go,
Literally saying, wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
I'm trying to remember, did we have any interactions with her?
Since I'm taller than him, I'll probably be like rubbing his like ear or something.
You
my
sat
arm,
at the
but I'm
bar
like,
with her. I think you sat at the bar with her and you guys talked for a moment, but it didn't go any further than that. Like that was kind of it. Yeah.
And I'm mainly I'm placed. I would actually stick near Grimps to make sure that I get in on this telepathy.
Okay. For now.
So you guys are helped to a seat by one of these halflings. It seems to be helping out, and they take a quick drink order from everyone, and they vacate the premises around that corner booth, the opposite corner from where Zira is sitting. And I believe Mulfin's going to start doing his incantations in this booth.
Yep.
Okay. All right.
But literally what I'm going to do is take the couple of small candles and place them underneath the table.
Okay.
So try to make it a little less obvious that something's going on.
Okay.
Okay. Put them out first, and then put them under the table.
They literally stay out until I
in your
start
face.
because,
Yes.
Right. They won't become lit until I actually begin the ritual.
Right.
Okay. Sure.
Then get everything set up and then take a few minutes and ritualize.
All right.
The telepathic bond.
Anything the rest of you would be doing while he's casting his ritual and focusing on this?
Ordering lunch.
Okay.
I don't know. What can I slip Lachlan to go get that? Get that. As Victoria said, I would be giving him a lot of confidence, being like, Lachlan, come on, you can do this, bro. You got this. Massage his shoulders a little, like, come on.
We're here for business, not pleasure. You know,
You can mix the two.
Who is this Lachlan? I'm here for business, not pleasure. Hello?
Yeah. When did that start with you?
I'm like, are you?
Okay.
Can I?
So eventually, Mulfin gets finished, and he's starting to take the candles back out from under the table. And as you're taking the candles out from under the table, you're met with the face of a female halfling. She's like, "You know, that's really dangerous, sir. You could burn this establishment to the ground."
Apologies, it will not happen again.
Fair enough. What will you be having?
Meats.
Oh,
Lots of meats.
we got lots of meats. Several times. Would you like the deluxe special?
Yes.
Grand Slam.
Two deluxe. I haven't even found a group that was able to finish the first.
You can do it. I think that's a challenge, Uncle Muffin.
Muffin can handle it. Yeah.
Good. We'll have it. We have a double over here. Everyone, hey! Stop playing, you jerks! Stop playing! Huge announcement as she's hollering at the minstrels. We're gonna have a double over here, and you hear some people, like some drunk people, are going, "Hey, a double! No, get that's right! Oh my cow! Yeah, a double!
What did we get ourselves into?
Meanwhile, completely ignoring that, staring at Ashlyn,
Oh,
horrified.
Uncle Jesse.
Oh my God.
Wait, from yeah.
And then,
Okay, yeah.
And
I got
the
it.
woman just kind of takes off and heads back towards the kitchen to put in your order.
Yeah, I realized that we didn't establish a new code.
Yes, let us. I am the nameless one.
Well, he's
just
Jesse. Yeah.
Yeah.
fine.
He said.
I am your Uncle Jesse.
Yes.
Hi, Uncle Jeff.
Oops.
Oops.
Wonderful.
Everywhere you look, everywhere you
Hi, it's a hi.
Please warn me if I start walking around this place saying, "Have mercy."
Yeah. I will
Oh,
let
have
you know.
mercy.
Okay.
You got it, dude.
Oh, what does the little kid do? Oh yeah, you got it, dude. You got it, dude.
Cut it out.
That's-
Cut it
Cut
out.
it out.
oh no. We've took a terrible turn in this
What have we
episode.
done?
What have we done?
Can we just reset? Load save.
So you guys have some time until your food is ready. Is there anything that you would like to discuss before you get your plates?
All the Full House memes.
What?
Are we prepared for what's going to happen when we go into that house?
Yeah. I
What's
was
gonna
say,
happen when
what's
we
our
go into the house?
prediction?
I don't know. Haven't decided yet.
Are we gonna like?
Molfin is just
'Cause we will.
broadcasting images of fire, explosions,
You're not
volcanoes,
wrong.
earthquakes.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
I think we all know what's going to happen. And then it will require a very brief, well, a very rapid departure, I fear.
Okay.
We can
Who-
quietly.
Yeah.
Lack of explosions.
Which location do we think is going to involve, like, for instance, if we go to Callista's family's home and we have to leave swiftly, we might not have time to go visit the newspaper. So if
That's a
we
good point.
can the newspaper and not kill anybody, then maybe we can still go to the house after and not have to make a quick exit from this town that I would like to keep coming back to.
Kill anyone in the town.
I don't
Because
kill anyone,
that's
but
bad.
doesn't say I can
Exactly.
blame them.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, there's that.
And I'm sorry, I must disagree, as Delphin has long outlived his usefulness.
Delphin?
Jesse, that's not very nice.
Jesse.
Well,
Who? When did Delphin become? Are we gonna? We're gonna visit Delphin now?
mentally, Molfin will send over to you. Delphin is one of the ones who was reporting to the Lord's Alliance and saying that I needed to be put down.
Oh,
I send back to him. I know, but aren't we trying to like locate the artist who made a stupid
Yes,
photo?
that is. Yes, that one I wish to speak with and find out who ordered it. Delphin, I can just raise his tower to the ground and leave him buried within, and I don't need to speak with him.
feed Delphin false information. No, Ashley wouldn't have a smart thought. Never mind. Okay.
Okay. All right. So newspaper.
Likewise, given my plans for the day, I have ways of restraining individuals should we need it.
We restrain them instead of raise the tower down on them. See, that's progress.
I was thinking other people, but
Okay.
Maybe we should just forget the tower and the newspaper and just go straight to the Horn Groves.
That's what I was thinking. We need closure with that.
It's about this
I can
time.
always send someone to the newspaper.
It's about this time you start hearing, "Can they eat the special? Yeah. Can they eat the special? Yeah. Can they eat the special? Yeah." Da, 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 da. And there's this line of halflings
Bloody hell.
with double trays of meats in
What
their
have I done?
hands. And they eat they're gonna eat the special. Yeah. Da, 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 da. And like they got the minstrels like following them, playing lutes and different percussion instruments and stuff. And the whole and everybody's starting to like everyone's taking their silverware and kind of like banging it to the beat on the tables and stuff and on the bar. It's like whenever you go like have the people sing the birthday song to you at a public restaurant. It's kind of one of those deals. And they're bringing these massive trays, like 2 for each of you with this. It's basically like a full hog, like on each plate, like with the apple in its mouth and everything. And it just they set it down like right in front of you, and this male halfling with this thick curly hair starts like just finishing wiping off of his hands with a clean rag that he must have been in the back. He's got his sleeves pulled up and an apron on. He's like, "Oh, it's great to see all of you ordering the double deluxe special today. Oh my goodness, it's so great to see all of you. Wait a minute, I recognize this one," and points to Lachlan. You've been here before."
Oh, maybe.
It's great to see you. Welcome back to the Happy Cow. It's you. You remember me, Coggin Hard Cheese. Remember?
Hard Cheese. I'd never forget you.
Oh, absolutely. He shakes your hand. He's like, "Oh, so glad that you guys are all here. Make yourselves comfortable. Make sure that my family takes good care of you while you're here." Yes.
So much. We're honored.
And everybody will be watching. It appears someone named Uncle Jesse thought it was a good idea to order all these deluxe specials. I'm so excited. And they all just kind of, a couple of them come over and they throw like confetti at your table as it sprinkles down onto the table and onto your food, and they start walking away. Some of you are picking confetti out of your drinks as you...
Yeah, how festive.
And then everybody kind of goes back to their meals and their business, and
I'll start.
I'm just gonna start eating.
Yeah, I'll start eating.
I'm just gonna step outside the tavern and light up my pipe because that was really stressful, and she's now just thinking about the potentiality of murder in this village or this town ×3 potentially. And she's like, I need a smoke. I'll be back. If you need me, just message. And I'm just gonna walk out and be like, that was too much.
No, you want some?
That was a lot.
I pull a leg off of my hog, shove the rest to Wolfen, and then follow Callista out.
Okay, sure. As you're walking out. It's really good, Diana. It's really good.
I figured I'm gonna get like 6 of these and take them home to the dragons.
That's a good idea.
As they're walking out, Molfin's just going to think, "But we don't need to message. We have this link now for the next hour, so we should be leaving very shortly. I'm just going to see how much of this I can put down."
That's what I meant when I said message if you needed me.
Oh.
Just think, I guess. Enjoy.
You're gonna eat the whole thing.
Probably, because I don't. Did I give you good berries this morning? I don't remember.
I don't think so.
I don't think I did.
Yeah, this
Next
you
level,
could probably eat both of those hogs in front of you, Molfen.
That's true.
Like you
That's
could
true.
eat those easily. You could probably eat
Molfin's
those two and the ones Diana slid over the table to you.
Okay, Molfin's going to do it.
Oh,
Just start
God.
mowing through as fast as you can.
Matthew,
Meal before murder.
Matthew, you remember that old movie, The Great Outdoors, with John Candy?
Yeah.
When he has to eat that like massive steak. Like this is one of those moments.
Oh
And you guys are
You all
eating-
just get a picture of the snail's body with Molfin's head stuck on it
Oh,
in your mind as Molfin's thinking about this, and just Lachlan rolling him out the door.
Lachlan, as you're sitting there having your meal, One of the waitresses comes up, a female halfling, and with a tray with a single shot glass on it, with a white liquid inside of it, and takes it and slides it over the table to you. This drink was purchased for you, sir. Zira, the woman in the corner. It's called a snake eye. Enjoy. And the halfling walks away.
I look across the bar to see if Zira is looking in our direction.
She's just got a cup up to her. She's not looking in your direction. She's got a cup up and she's drinking and then pauses, then drinks again, and kind of sitting there.
Clinton, go say hi. Go take the drink and go say hi to her now. And I'll push him out of the booth.
No, Ashlyn, wait. Ashlyn, do you know what this drink is?
No.
Snake eye. Like snake, like we are.
Oh. Maybe she knows something about our reputation, which is spectacular.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. Maybe she's trying to get an invitation to join. We have rings, don't we?
Have rings. No. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 members. Not counting Tren. Tren is 5 actually. Without Tren. So you have an extra ring though. You have number 7 on you. So go do it, man. I have the faith. Go do it. You can do it.
Well, let's go. We'll do that.
He's like shoveling food.
Yeah. Here, I have let's see, do I have anything pretty for her? I have nothing pretty for you to give her.
If I remember correctly.
You guys have so much treasure. There has got to be something in there.
Like a gold dipped rose or something like that.
We're good.
Okay.
Doesn't Molfin still have... Who has the love potion we found?
Oh yeah, one of you has a love potion for sure.
I think it's Molfin that's in possession of it, I think.
Oh, it's not in the bag of holding?
I don't know. I can't remember.
Molfin's gonna use it on Delphin or something. I'm gonna pop my shot and go and see what the story is with Zero over there.
Okay. Shot tastes really good. It's kind of like if you can imagine like a Bailey's type, like almost kind of like white Russianish, milky kind of shot. That's what it tastes like. But it's really good.
Good.
And you head on over to the table. And
I head over to the table. I'm gonna. What do you know?
She looks at you like startled. I bought you a drink.
Could I hear that?
What are you?
Because I would throw something at Lachlan for being a dumbass about that. That is not how you treat a lady, Lachlan.
make a.
Yeah, I will telepathically message him.
Okay.
That is not how you treat a lady, Lachlan.
You hear you dumbass in your mind from this. I bought you a
Tell
drink.
her thank you for the shot, and tell her how pretty her hair looks. Now.
Do I does she look like she's hiding any sense of like her like, oh, what are you talking about? I just bought you a drink.
Make an insight check.
Sure.
So help me God, Lachlan.
I may actually be okay at insight. Wow. I think this may be my first insight check ever.
Lachlan, as you're inspecting her,
Callista's rubbing off on me.
Hell yeah!
there's
Now Lachlan is rubbing off on Callista, so...
This is Lachlan.
Exchange program.
It only took us like 100 and some odd episodes. And
3 years, 100 some episodes.
Lachlan, you were trying to gauge her response as she's kind of looking into your eyes, a little startled at the way that you approached the table.
Yeah.
Wasn't expecting you. Was expecting more of
All
like
right,
what
I didn't
Ashlyn
mean to
was
be
saying,
Lachlan
like
in
a
the
thank
groin.
you,
Yeah.
something like that. You notice a strange look in her eye, and as you're staring into her eyes and she's staring back at you, you see her eye change for just a second. As it flickers, and it looks more bright yellow and reptilian for just a split second, and then it's back to its normal state.
Oh,
Well, you could have just said
how-
thank you. Would have been
that's
a
awfully rude of me.
much better response.
You're right.
I,
Consider me chastised.
you know, I'm not going to jump to any conclusions, but I don't think too many people buy you drinks.
Supposed to mean.
Can I like throw something at Lachlan by now?
Yeah, do you want to throw something at Lachlan?
Like your wounds
Yeah.
that burn down.
You're going to make a dexterity attack without your proficiency bonus, unless for
Ooh,
some
that's
reason you would be
14.
proficient in throwing random things.
No.
Does it count as a monk weapon? Wait, she's a Kensei. Can't she like turn anything into her chosen weapon?
She technically could turn a turkey. Well, couldn't you turn like a turkey leg into like a Kensei weapon? Yeah.
A +3 weapon.
I could.
Does a
Not
14
worth it,
hit
not
you,
worth
Lachlan?
No.
Oh
I don't think a 14 is gonna hit you, huh?
no, it only misses a little bit, but
So as this like awkward exchange goes by, all of a sudden this hog's leg goes flying over your shoulder and hits a painting on the wall next to where like the table is, and just goes and flops down onto the table.
Like her hair.
Who's gonna eat that?
yeah. How rude of me. Thank you for the drink. It was delicious. Can I buy you a drink?
There.
Well, now we're talking. Of course.
All right, what would you like?
Yeah, how about you return the favor and give me one of those snake eyes as well?
Okay. And I'll call over the bartender and
Okay. Yeah, you order a snake eye. It probably cost you about 5 silver.
5 silver. Okay.
Big
And then
Mm.
I'm gonna mage hand pick up the fallen meat. I'm gonna bring it over and take a bite out of it and walk away.
Where are you going?
Back to the table.
Why? She says.
I'm kind of in the middle of some things here. I'm sure I'll see you around.
She puts her hand up like this, and that's when you notice she's wearing a ring.
Ring I recognize.
It is a ring you recognize because it has a snake on it, a flying snake. Why don't you just have a seat?
I visibly look at the ring and I'll sort of do the kick over the back of the chair and sit down.
Okay. What you doing here?
Just doing a little bit of enjoying this. What's the dish called? The
Oh,
Grand Slam or whatever.
the deluxe.
Yeah, the deluxe.
Seems your halfling friend over there is enjoying it.
He's got quite the appetite. He's a bit of a professional eater.
Hmm. Sure, it costs a
Circus freak,
True. So have you met with the snail?
I have met with the snail before. Not recently. I need to go pay him a visit, in town here. But how are things?
She kind of leans down to you. Let me ask you something. Do you trust him?
I mean, there's a certain level of professional, benefit of the doubt that I would give him, but I don't trust anybody. I mean,
She smiles and leans back. You know what? I'm pretty impressed. And then she says, I'm gonna be honest, I don't.
You don't trust him, Woody?
I don't trust him one bit. He's hiding something. I don't know what it is, but I'm gonna find out. There's a lot going on here in Daggerford recently.
Like what?
You haven't heard about the demons sprouting out of the Temple of Omater about a month ago?
My word!
A little over a month ago? Yeah, Delphin, the resident mage, has got a full-scale investigation going on. Something about a hidden chamber or something within the basement. Apparently somebody came in and filled it all in, but they're going in there and they're undoing it all.
What?
Yeah, Delphin's hired some old druid friends of his or something, and they're removing all of what was done to the basement of the temple. He wanted to find out for sure. From what I heard through the grapevine, apparently he believes it's this person that's wanted, this Molfin character, is
Molfin.
Mm-hmm. Is responsible, and he's looking for evidence to basically support his theory.
By the way, I'm saying this in my mind to the group through the link so that they can, so that they're aware of what's going on here. What's your take on it? Do you?
I don't know. I really don't know. I'm trying to pinpoint, what we have to do with this.
Well, especially if our leadership is in question, if
True.
we don't know whose side he's on.
I'm not really sure what's going on. I know that the Duchess, Morwen Daggerford, she hasn't been as present recently as she has been in the past.
Really? Like, just no word from her, or
just hasn't been making
hiding
as many public appearances. Usually she's out in the drill field, like helping to train some of these guards. She doesn't really do that anymore. It's almost like this shadow of this Lord's Alliance is just overcast over this town now.
I could see why some people would hide when they're around, yeah.
You hear somebody choking on some meat over a couple tables. Well, just keep your head about yourself. And keep that same attitude. I wouldn't trust anybody right now.
Share intel if I find anything about the snail, because I probably should go pay him a visit while I'm in town. I'll pass along to you. If you hear anything, would you mind passing it along to me?
Deal. Not a problem.
All right. Sorry about the whole intro, by the way.
It's perfectly fine. Perfectly fine. Did I get your name last time?
Some people call me the Cobra.
That's what I thought. She smiles.
That's what I figured.
and then gives you a wink as you walk away.
I'll head back to the table.
Mm-hmm. At this point, Diana and Callista, you guys are outside the Happy Cow on kind of like the open porch. Diana's finishing off her hog leg that she's been munching on, while Callista's finishing off some of her smokes outside. Is there anything that you guys would be talking about out here on the porch for a little role play?
Ooh, wow. We did just hear about Molfin apparently being responsible for the temple.
Of course they would spin it that way.
Because of course they would. Do you think... I think that we should find Delphin and be like, hey, like, we literally saved the temple. Like, tell him the real story. If we don't communicate with these people, how can we expect them to, like, not hunt us anymore?
Well, I know the Lord's Alliance definitely has its fair share of corruption within its ranks, but I'm not sure where exactly Delphin's loyalties lie. If he's mostly just a scholar for the magic, and he's just believing what's being spun to him, or if he's also well aware. I'm not sure.
I don't know. God.
We need to do something about it, though, because the more we sit on it, the more they're going to spin it out of control, and it's all going to be pinned on Molfin. And there's nothing we can do because he's not exactly in a light of benefit of the doubt.
Exactly. That's why I think that we should nip this in the bud and make it clear that Molfin isn't even involved in any kind of negative way, that he actually helped save people, because I'm just so sick of hearing them constantly spitting a story of Molfin being some kind of bad guy. Molfin was. Did Lachlan say that to the girls, or is that just what you're saying in chat?
Well, a lot of that depends. Are the girls thinking this conversation or speaking it?
As long as you're thinking it, like everybody can hear all these conversations. So because you guys are
These
telepathically
are
bonded.
delicate animals, so maybe they're best thought instead of spoken. So is that canon? Because I want to respond to that.
Don't worry.
Molfin was as involved as. We don't have to mention that part. We don't have to mention the hand of Vecna, because that's the other thing. I don't want Delphin to know who was really responsible and then try to steal my prey. I don't know. That's my list, thank you.
Is this about Dorn?
Maybe. I mean, if the Lord's Alliance finds out that there's somebody out there who's, like, actively searching for pieces of Vecna, then, like, they might try to stop him. And I'm
Well,
saying
we have
that
one
me
of
and
those
Molfin
in our
kind of has something
party as
personal
well.
about
Yep.
it.
Yep. Yep. Really, it's all about who gets the items first and what we use them for.
Well, we're 1 for 2 right now, so I think that we're doing pretty good.
Do we need to go to... I need to deal with my family, but do we need to go to the tower first?
If you
I'm
want
thinking
to-
this, like, to the group, after hearing what Lachlan was saying.
There be a big boom at the tower, though?
It may not be wise. You'll have the ability to see through my enchantments.
What if I go? I have to go to the. I want to go to see the temple. I could maybe run into Delphin, and then I can catch up with you guys after. And
not go by yourself.
That's not a good idea. If we.
Diana, I kind of want you with me.
Oh, okay.
We could split the difference if you think it would be safe, with Diana and Callista stopping by the temple, someone joining me going to the newspaper, and then meet on our way to the estate.
True. Me and Callista could handle the Delphin and the temple. They'll split up, go to the newspaper. That might work. My computer.
That seems more like we have a cushion if we do it that way, less likely to explode the town if we do it that way.
Yeah.
Less likely for people who reside in the town to be blamed if something happens, as they were not present.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
Cool.
Okay.
So, dessert, anybody, or?
Oh,
I think
God,
I
I'm so
quite
full.
think 2 whole hogs is enough for me for the moment. And then the 2 you pushed over to me.
Yeah.
They bring a to-go box for you.
Oh, I went in. I'll take 6 more orders of those to go, please.
They get super excited. Are you serious?
Yes, I am.
It'll take about 15 minutes to cook them up, but we'll get them ready.
Perfectly fine.
And they start going their crazy antics once again. They're like getting the whole place stirred up, and do their cheers and chants and.
No chanting this time. No.
Uncle Jesse is running out of the building.
Uncle Jesse rolls out of the building. Now that he's yeah.
Lachlan, I can't walk. You'll have to roll me.
I will leave a bunch of gold on the table for them. Cause
How much gold are you leaving?
I don't know. How much for the hogs?
The total cost of the meal with the specials that you guys ordered was 5 gold.
Whoa.
Which is actually quite expensive for a place like this.
Oh.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But as Uncle Jesse goes to leave, we'll stop by the Is the proprietor, the halfling that introduced himself to Lachlan, is he floating around?
Oh, yeah. He's going around checking on tables, making sure they're being taken care of. He's kind of like that manager that checks on the waitresses and waiters, at your table. How's your service? Yeah. Oh, really? She did that. Oh.
Yeah.
And then looks over and goes,
Wow,
one of those guys.
Molfin just gonna swing by and just say, the food was excellent from what I could eat of it. And just dropping five platinum in his hand.
Oh, never mind.
Oh, that's so generous of you. Thank you, my friend. Oh, what the hell? It's so good. It's a good day to own a tavern such as the Happy Cow. Woo! And he starts to skip around, and you can hear the platinum jingling in his hands.
Looking back at the somewhat destroyed hog's carcasses Molfin's leaving on the table. Where's the coin?
Seems like by this time, 4 or 5 halflings are already starting to work on bussing your table.
Who would like to come with me on my little trip then? Lachlan, Ashland? Or do you have other
I
things
will
to do?
come with you, Uncle Jesse. And make sure
I'd come
that
with, but I don't want to kill anybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
focus on that.
Right. I understand, Lachlan. You don't want to kill anybody yet. I understand.
Yet.
How about we approach this as an intel gathering mission, and then we plan the killing carefully later?
Why don't we not kill
Proper
anyone
assassination.
in Ugh. Now I'll just walk into the bar.
Ashland gets frustrated.
Can I borrow the bag of holding?
What?
Can I borrow the bag of holding?
There's 2.
I haven't. Oh, then I will take one of them with me.
All right.
Person in the back holding Gramps.
I'm sorry, Lachlan.
Are you gonna put a person in the bag of holding, Gramps?
Perhaps. There won't be any killing. I happen to know firsthand that you can survive it.
That you do.
Okay. So, Diana and Calista are going to... you were going to the temple first?
Yeah.
I think we wanted to check that out.
And then you were going to check out Delphin's Tower. Is that correct? Or
if he's in the area, ask where he's at if he's not at the tower.
Okay. And the rest of you are going to the newspaper?
Yes.
I got that
certainly.
right? Okay. Just making sure I had my bearings right on what you guys had decided. Okay. Who wants to go first?
Yeah, we can go.
Okay. Diana and Calista, you guys make your way as we'll focus in on your story. As you guys make your way to the Temple of Ilmater. As you walk around the bend of the Farmer's Road, and you turn onto the high road right there at the corner, and you're walking towards the Temple of Ilmater, you notice on the front elevated entryway, there are 5 individuals standing up there. 4 of them look like those Lord's Alliance guards with capes. Another one is standing there and looks like he's wearing a much fancier Lord's Alliance regalia. He looks like somebody of great importance who's standing on top with those individuals. Has a long sword sheathed over his back. And his cape kind of comes down almost like to kind of the back of his heels as he's standing up there. Probably human male, probably in his late 20s, maybe early 30s.
Uh-oh.
Late 20s, early 30s? Okay. Just a note. I'll approach him and I'll be like, hello there.
Hello.
Hello. What's going on at the temple over there? Can people, like go inside? Worshippers?
Oh no, this temple's off limits, ma'am. I'm sorry. You'll have to find another place to worship today.
Well, what happened?
Well, the temple's currently under investigation.
For what?
Ma'am, it's not really anything I'm at liberty to talk about. I apologize.
What's your name?
The name's Ben.
Ben. Okay, Ben. Who stationed you here? Was it Delphin or somebody else in the Lord's Alliance?
Well, I take my orders. I'm from Waterdeep, in particular. But while I'm here, I'm taking my orders from Delphin. That's correct. How did you know of him?
Oh, we've just heard of him in passing from some friends. I was wondering if we could find him, maybe talk to him. Actually, this temple is of an interest to us.
Oh, I'm sorry, ma'am. He's busy within the temple with his investigation. I do apologize.
He's in the temple.
Currently, he is. Yes.
Okay, that's wonderful. I walk towards the temple.
Oh, I'm sorry. You can't go by. You can't.
No, it's okay. I can go by.
No, ma'am. I insist. You cannot pass. This is
okay. I'm the one who saved this temple, so I'm gonna go in there.
Ma'am, I don't care who you are. You're not going inside this temple.
I would like to throw a fireball up at the sky.
This is not so.
Oh my god! I was letting her do this,
like a firework.
This is not what I expected.
Okay, so fire goes out of Diana's hands to the sky.
Like a firework. Safe. Okay. Perfectly safe.
Like a firework?
Yes.
What? He looks at you right in the... You know how dangerous that is.
That's fine. I'm a professional, and I'm going to go into that temple now. Thank you.
I'm sorry.
No.
I've been giving strict...
Oh my god, this guy.
Mandate. I am not permitted to let anyone into this temple.
Well, then at the very least, can you go fetch Delphin? We are very serious. We are members of the Emerald Enclave. I am also a member of the Order of the Giants Council. We have important business. I would like to speak to him, please.
Make a persuasion check.
Oh, fuck. I'm not good at this.
That fireball was supposed to be cool.
It was very cool, Diana.
But he didn't like it.
Why?
This is why you need to hit the people with the things.
Yeah, there it is. I'm Ashlyn with persuasion. Ashlyn is with intelligence.
Oh, do you have some kind of documentation? Do you have a letter from a superior? Do you have any kind of indication that would let us know this information that I can take to Delphin?
Can I turn around and discreetly write on a piece of paper and then turn back around and hand it to him?
Make a sleight of hand check, Diana.
Oh, baby. What are you doing?
Give me 1 second.
Okay.
I'm just loving this.
Do we notice a loud explosion in the air? Nice.
That's pretty good for sleight of hand.
Yeah, we would probably see that, wouldn't we?
Yeah.
But would he?
You turn around and you hand this to her. He just gives you the strangest look.
Yes.
Okay, hand it over.
Hand over what?
The paperwork.
Oh, right, here you go. I hand over the paper.
Hands it. He kind of looks at it. All right, wait here. Give me a second. And he goes and he walks into the doors and he looks over at the other two that are kind of standing a little bit away from the door, but he's like, looks over his shoulder at both of you. He's like, keep an eye on them. And then he walks in, and they kind of close in on the door a little bit and stand at attention as he walks by into the temple, and he disappears.
Diana, are you okay?
I don't know. I've been trying to do. I'm whispering. I'm like, I've been trying to do like this. I was thinking maybe like the fire thing. It worked really good last time, and if I don't hit anybody this time, then maybe it would work. I don't know. Anyways, it didn't work. It didn't work. People really only That's so disrespectful. A cleric and a healer, and you would know better.
Yikes!
No.
I think we should worry about that explosion.
Yeah, I'm okay.
Eventually,
do you think it's okay?
Eventually, Ben reappears with the letter in hand, and he steps out and he looks right at you, both of you. And says, I'm very sorry, Delphin's not in a position currently right now to accept visitors. He is very busy with this investigation. I'm sorry. And he hands back the letter towards you, Diana.
Carry pieces of the newspaper around and just be like, look at us, we're in the paper.
I was just thinking, how do I want to play this?
I look at Callista and I think, okay, we've got two options. We can either break in, or we can see if we can keep on being persuasive.
Horncrow business.
Horncrow business. We could say that we're on Horncrow business. We could
has nothing to
be
do
like,
with
do you know who we are? We could.
No. I will pull out a scroll of Mulfin's mugshot from the bag of holding.
Okay.
Maybe try telling him this time that the business has to do with this. I'm pretty sure he wants to talk to us.
Yeah.
Make an insight check, Callista.
Oh, God.
You got this. You're good at insight.
Not very good. Not when I roll like shit.
You're like plus 20 to insight.
Let me do a check.
No, that's perception.
Let me do a check real fast.
Huh?
My passive insight is like 20 something.
Do a check real fast.
My passive wisdom is 20.
Let me check my passive insight.
Okay. He looks odd when you pull out this picture, almost as if he already knows. And says, he basically flat out lies to you. Oh, it has nothing to do with that. It's all about the investigation.
All right. Do I believe him that he's even in there right now?
You're not 100% certain.
Damn. I telepathically tell Callista. Let's just break in the back. Let's just do it.
Oh my god, you're turning into like a scoundrel.
Thank you so much.
Perhaps you should wait and hire one of the thieves to assist you with that.
I am excellent at stealthing. And
Why don't we just
Not
Really?
yeah.
No.
Why don't we switch teams? We'll tag team this.
no. Why don't we just let them have this for now? They're lying. They know what's up. They're lying.
It's my temple. Why can't I go in?
There are dirty cops there.
Yeah. It's not safe in there right now for you, Diana.
I kick the dirt like a disappointed child.
It'll be okay, Diana. We'll go get some like lollipops later or something, and you'll feel better.
I want ice cream, but okay.
Okay. I didn't know if ice cream was here or not in like, whatever era this was. So
We'll make it happen. They had ice cream in the 1800s.
Yes, I'm certain if we rip someone's eye out, we can make them scream.
Oh, not ice cream. Ice cream. Ice cream.
That went dark.
Yeah, that went really dark.
Like that.
Well,
It'd be like that. Muffin, we're gonna rip out your eye and put the eye of Vecna in there. That's
Yes, that is the plan. But
Oh dear.
one must find the eye.
And as Diana and Callista seem to have accepted this for now, as we are going to zoom in now to our second group of individuals. Wow, this is kind of like while that was happening at the temple, this group was headed to visit the Daggerford Tribune. You guys make your way to this is a much smaller facility than the Waterdeep Gazette. 2 stories, but skinny kind of building. You can tell it's just made out of wood. It's not anything like your trip to Waterdeep Gazette. As you make your way onto the front porch, you walk into what seems to be a very small waiting room area, greeted by a very familiar desk in there that seems very similar to the other newspaper place that you visited, with a somebody working the front desk. Seems to be a halfling male kind of sitting behind the desk and going through some things. Hey, welcome!
Morning, afternoon, whatever it is.
Yeah,
I need to speak with one of your employees, Sarah Riverwalker.
Wait, say that again?
Sarah Riverwalker.
Sarah Riverwalker. I apologize. We don't have an employee named Sarah Riverwalker here at the Daggerford Tribune. Are you sure that you have the name correct?
Contractor.
Fairly certain.
What is her profession? Is she a writer?
No, she does. I suppose you can say she does images for some of your work here.
Oh, she's an artist.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, an artist. I'm sorry. We actually contract all our artists out. So they're not officially employees here for the Tribune. A lot of them are traveling artists that we hire for specific things.
Bloody hell.
I mean, I can check.
Any way to find it?
I
Anywhere to find where she is, or where she's from.
Do you have any? What particular artwork are you in question of?
Muffin's gonna look over at Lachlan.
I pull it out and unfurl.
Oh, that one. Yes. I do remember now. Yes, she was a traveling artist that was hired to do this work. You may want to speak. You know what? India was the one who wrote the initial article about the heroes, but that was also kind of that poster that you hold there. That was also kind of like it's like a 2-part deal. Should I go get her for you?
Yes, please.
Yes, we'll do. And he walks back and disappears behind a door as it closes. And you guys have a few moments if there's anything that you'd like to discuss.
Bloody hell. Well, we'll find out from this one. 1, how she got Callista's information. And 2, how she got the description for that artwork.
Good thinking.
Hopefully there'll be a private area or somewhere we can banish that little cretin off to.
Eventually this halfling reemerges, and out into the lobbyway is a slender half-elf female. And I'm gonna be honest, she looks a lot like Zos.
Ooh.
With a little bit of pointy ears. She has her hair done exactly the same way that Zos has right now. She's got kind of like the pulled up bun with the hair hanging down. She's wearing what look to be relatively simple clothes. It doesn't look like she's like lavished in anything like that would be upper class or noble looking. And she looks at this individual and he gestures over to you guys. Oh, them. Okay. And she walks over. Yes, I'm India. Wendell says that you need to speak with me.
Yes, my name is Jesse. I represent a group of individuals. Is there somewhere we could speak privately?
Sure, would you like to come back to my office?
Yes, that will work perfectly.
Excellent. It's nice to meet you, Jesse. And she holds out her hand.
Malvin just sort of looks down and just, almost like standoffish, just stands back a little, like.
She looks at her hand for a moment and then kind of
shake it.
Oh, Ashlyn
I'm
shakes
Ashlyn.
it.
Yeah, I'm Ashlyn.
Ashlyn takes it and starts shaking.
Yeah,
It's
nice to meet you.
It's nice to meet you. Is there something wrong?
Just, I can explain when we go. You may recognize my two compatriots, but it is best if we talk privately.
Actually, now that you say that, I do recognize you. You're the heroes of Faerun. You stopped.
You could say that.
Oh, yeah.
You were the ones who stopped that blue dragon from wrestling up all the giants, right?
Yeah.
So Lachlan's like posing with his bow and arrow.
Yeah. Uncle Rico, like.
Oh, right this way. Just come back the hall. Trust me, it's not the best place in the world, but it helps us get the job done. I mean, it's what we've got here in Daggerford. And you guys walk your way back. It's definitely not the Waterdeep Gazette. It looks like they probably could have like water leaks at times and maybe even rodent problems here in this facility. And you make your way back into a very small office space. It seems to be a disaster. It's a mess. There are papers and things all around, different file cabinets and desks and all kinds of stuff as she brings you in. There's only 2 chairs. There's not even enough space for all of you to like have a seat. As she closes the door behind you. It's such an honor to have you all here today. But how can I help you?
I have 2 very important questions, and you have 2 answers for me. First, the information you obtained on one Callista Horncrow. How did you come about that name?
Well, I recognized Callista from the article from Everland. When I saw the article initially, I saw the image and the artist's representation, and I remember her from Daggerford. So,
Are you a friend of hers?
I'm not a friend, no. I mean, I just recognized her. She wasn't out often, and I didn't really see a lot of her, but for some reason I just remembered her. I remembered that face. I mean, I just couldn't forget it. So I made my way to the Hornco residence, and I just knocked on the door and I interviewed the family. They were very welcoming and warm to me as I made my way in.
I will telekinesis, not telepathy. I will telepathy Callista and say, should we rectify your the true nature of your grandparents, or is that something you want to deal with by yourself without the paper involved?
I'm not sure how much they'll believe. They have a hold in the city.
We could try to set things straight for you.
I trust you. Do what you need to do.
Okay, headline! India! Horncrows are assholes!
That would, oh my gosh, that would get me fired. Why are you talking about that?
Exclusive scoop! They are jerk faces for realsies.
And what evidence do you have to back that up?
Callista herself, who's not here with us, she's present somewhere, but we can back it up with an exclusive interview. Just saying.
With whom? Callista herself?
Yes.
That might be... I don't know. I mean, that could cost me my job. I mean, the horn
think of the
crows,
papers.
They've got so much pull around here. I mean...
Well, maybe put it in the gossip column at least. Like, instead of front page, maybe like, crows are assholes instead of, you know. big front page. Just be like,
Mulford is just shaking his head at this point.
I love Ashlyn. I'm like, I trust you. You got this. Gossip articles, though.
Yep. Rumor has it the Horncrows are jerk faces.
Come on,
just,
you know what
just
they
slip
say
it in there.
about gossip columnists. I'm not one of those.
No, just anonymously in the gossip column. Just slip that in there, and I'll pay you 20 platinum.
You'd pay me 20 platinum to slip that in there?
Just to slip that in there. Yep.
She ponders. Would you write the article?
Okay.
And still pay me 20
I don't spell
platinum?
good. Yes. I think to everyone, I might need help with writing. So,
Wait, what?
Listen,
my writing
Don't ask.
skills.
listen.
We'll explain later.
Listen, if you write the article, and she like looks all around, like making sure her door is shut. And if you're gonna slip me 20 platinum, make sure it's anonymous. It's got to be anonymous. I might be able to way to. Is there any way you can make it 25 platinum?
Well,
With 25 platinum, I could slip 5 to Wendell, because he's the one that does all the last minute edits.
hey, Wendell's in on it. Sure.
And for 5 platinum, he could totally just miss that one, I think.
Okay. Done and done. I will get that to you later today.
But you gotta keep this one really under wraps.
No problem.
I can trust the heroes of Faerun, right? I mean,
Of course, I will slip you 15 platinum now and 10 more when it's done. How about that?
that deal. That works.
Okay, so I'll give her
Done.
15 platinum now.
It's done. Yes, make sure it's got to be written. Make sure it's written well, because you got to get the point across.
Writing skills.
Even
Yes.
even a gossip
Best writer.
even a gossip column has got to be well written.
We'll get on that. Right, thinking already in the head. I'm actually thinking, help me. Yeah.
What? I'm just getting half this conversation. I'm hearing, help me, I need to write. And I'm like,
So that will handle one of our 2 questions. The second,
Yeah. Second question. Yes.
the artwork for the wanted poster. I was told you commissioned a young woman to create it.
Oh yes, right. Right. What was her name? I cannot.
Better question. What was the source for the image? Who gave you the description of that individual?
Oh well, the original source came from Everland, and I have it here. And she goes back to the file cabinet and pulls out one of the old Everland posts that you guys have seen before. It's the smaller wanted ad that has you kind of like more rendered the way you realistically appear. The original came from this representation, but I when I interviewed Delphin, he requested that he speak to the artist for the Daggerford Tribune because he didn't feel as if this artwork accurately represented the individual who Molfin really was. So I arranged a meeting for the artist to meet with Delphin to get those descriptive details. So that way the artist's rendering could be as accurate as possible, because I'm not a liar. I do not want to print false information in my news, especially with Daggerford Tribune. We're trying to grow this place. We don't need anything like that happening with our...
So the problem is Delphin.
The problem?
Yes.
Yeah.
How's him wanting accuracy and an accurate depiction a problem?
Because your depiction is not accurate.
He's claimed to have seen this Molfin face to face. He's one of the only ones that knows what he looks like.
Well, we might
How
know
about
better.
this? we have some.
I mean, I've never seen this Molfen, so I don't. I only know what I've heard, and from what I've heard, he's quite terrifying.
But he's much more good looking than that picture. We just have to say.
If we were to provide you proof that he does not appear as this, would you retract the artwork and call out Delphin for his fraud?
She looks up at Ashlyn.
I slip her another 10 platinum.
She is earning her Python 7 Stakes title right here.
Yeah.
As Ashlyn just hands over 10 more platinum pieces into the palm of her hand. You know, I can... It has to be anonymous once again, but I can...
Of course.
I can... But here's the problem. The artwork is already out there. I've heard the artwork was already made it as far as Waterdeep.
Well, I have no concern with the artwork.
There's no way I'm going to be able to recall all those wanted posters. It's going to be physically impossible.
No, it's not that. It's more having it put out there that Delphin, this beacon of truth and justice, be outed for the sham and the fraud that he is.
You know what? This might give me a really good opportunity. Because I don't know if you've heard, but there's some strange rumors about Delphin that people have been kind of whispering around Daggerford for a long time now, but nobody's willing to come out about it. Did you know?
As in what?
Did you know that Delphin disappeared from Daggerford for a century? 100 years he was gone. And just one day, just magically comes back into town. And then the Duchess just gives him his own tower and gives him title and position within the town. Delphin is a human man.
Or is he?
Now, I know I'm going to live longer than a century. I'm not so sure about Delphin unless he's found some sort of magic that extends his life. He is one of those strange wizard types, you know.
Never trust a wizard.
Nope.
I have a hard time doing that. That's for sure.
Well, this has been enlightening. Keeping himself holed up within the temple as well. No, yes, we do know that because we heard that.
Yeah.
Happening at the same time. He's held up in there, and Molfen is thinking back to the group. Apparently there's more behind him than just that. But, well, we shall provide you proof of Molfen's true appearance, as well as your anonymous articles to slip past. I assume we can rely on your discretion as to where this information came from.
Oh, of course. Absolutely. And she looks down at the handful of money that she's holding right now. She's like, this conversation never happened.
Molfen will drop 10 more platinum in her hand. Excellent. We'll be in touch shortly.
Actually, I've never even thought about this conversation. She dropped it. Actually, after these articles are done, I don't even think I need this job anymore.
Maybe.
So that I believe the three of us have pressing business elsewhere to take care of. Let us hurry along and we can meet up with the others.
So it was Ashlyn, correct? You're going to have this article written for the gossip column, right?
I'll bring it back today.
Today? Oh, wow. You must be a good writer.
Oh yeah.
She is.
Oh.
She's the best.
Lachlan, make a deception check, please.
You know what? I'm gonna bust out that nat 20.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
So with my plus 10, that's a 30.
Oh, Jesus.
Maybe when I'm gone, she can just take my spot.
Yes, that's a fantastic idea.
Would you like a job?
I mean,
Maybe.
I was thinking
Perhaps we should see how the article goes first and make sure you're satisfied
there's
before.
apparently a little ways away from here. They're starting a new cell. I don't know if you've heard of it. Fandelver. I was thinking maybe I could go start the newspaper there. And with this, and she looks down at the handful of platinum that she's holding, I think I could get a good foothold there.
I think that's a great idea.
And then you can take my spot here in Daggerford.
Okay.
See if you can get an application ready.
Okay, that's a great
do you have
idea.
a resume?
I represent her legal counsel on this. Perhaps I shall talk to my client and see if we
Heroes
can
of
get one
Faerun,
ready
do
for
you
you
have a
to
resume?
Oh, that's. She's supposed to think. You have these wonderful articles written about you already. Use those. Make sure you cite those in your resume before you turn it in.
Okay.
That will be definitely. Anybody's going to want to hire a hero of Faerun. Absolutely, yes. Oh, so you're her legal representation.
Yes.
Oh, perfect. Oh, this is going so well. I'm so excited. Oh, wow.
I think in my head, I don't know what a resume is. Do I have one? Does it hurt?
Moment's just gonna sort of reach over and sort of start trying to guide Ashlyn out the door. We'll be back with the proof of the one called Molfin and this article.
Yes.
So let me get this right out of game. You guys have given her 35 platinum up front.
Yes.
Oh my god!
And she gets 10 additional platinum when the gossip article is published.
Yep.
Excellent.
Well,
the gossip article and the little piece on, I don't know if we're tossing the thing about Molfin in with that same article or if that's a separate piece that she's doing like 2 posts or just one. But
Sure. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. The 2 posts. Got it. All right, I just want to make sure.
And then just sort of as we're walking out. Great, so now we have to write 2 articles at the same time.
Right, good. I was kind of, what's it called? Bluffing.
Luckily, you have people here who have spent most of their lives heads buried in books.
Lachlan.
Indeed.
Exactly.
Okay.
Lachlan can do it. Perhaps we can ask Kristy and Diana to help. We should probably catch up with them before they get to the house.
Yeah, we should.
Good idea.
Hey, how are we gonna prove this Molfin stuff, by the way?
Gee, I wonder.
So
I heard a very wise man say once, wax on, wax off.
I don't know what that means.
So you guys eventually run into Callista and Diana just north of the drill field.
Why were you talking about resumes and letters and writing?
Delphin did the entire thing.
I just slander your family in an article. I'm sorry if that offends you, but I don't think it will. Maybe. I don't know you. I do know you. Here, this is what I wrote so far, and I'll show her what I wrote in chat.
Oh,
Good first draft, right?
Yeah.
I like how you spelled Callista's name.
stop.
I swear, it appears that you are from the faraway land called Boston.
Hey.
Ashlyn, I could write something, I guess, if this is what you're doing.
Good. Maybe I can put it on my resume.
Okay. I don't think we need a resume. We have a long list of things to do.
But I need a job.
We have one.
Yes.
I want to be a
Ashlyn,
productive member of society. Have
No,
a job. No. Okay.
we are self-employed. We have our own house. We are
No.
fully independent.
we are rather wealthy.
We are wealthy.
And unfortunately, most of the world's problems are our jobs. So I
Well,
don't have time.
I guess I can't take India's job then.
Definitely not.
Okay.
At least not until we're done at least 50% of the list.
Probably learn how to write and read before then.
Okay.
That would probably be best.
I hate
Okay.
to break up the game right now, but Sarah, it is so good to have you
I'm-
back. 'Cause there's no one can play Ashlyn like you can. Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
Impossible.
Thank you.
I need a job, honey. We have one. Oh, jeez, so cute.
So, Callista, well, to all of you, in case you missed it during our conversation, I know there was a lot going on for you as well.
Right.
The original artwork matched what was sent over from Everland. Delphin stated that was a fraudulent image,
Of course.
and that this is what the true Molfen looks like.
Mm.
So, as part of this whole article that Ashlyn is writing, we are providing proof of the inaccuracies in Delphin's report to create doubt of the capabilities of this high-ranking Lord's Alliance member who has apparently, for a human male, been kicking around town for well over 100 years.
Crazy.
How old
So-
does Delphin look?
If I remember, he had sort of salt and pepper hair, so I'm guessing, I would assume roughly mid-age for a human, but
He I mean, imagine Gandalf the Grey. He kind of looked like that. he
Okay.
did look old.
Okay.
Mhm.
But still.
so
Yeah,
a bit older, but that should.
Well, then that's pretty. Yeah, I guess that kind of indicates him as one of the corrupt ones in the Alliance.
Which would go on with what you were saying, well, thinking about them being full of it, and I see no purpose in this city anymore, so we do what we came to do then.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll summon the chest and pull out the Dawn Titan. Owen just kind of looks around after he says it.
Showtime!
That's so good.
Relax. I am purposefully saving that for Mithril Hall. That will go to Dagnabbit and her whole clan. Or the Raven Queen if we really need to pull out something to deal with that.
Right.
But back on to more pressing matters.
You ready for this, Callista?
I want to whisper to Uncle Molvin, like kind of step back and whisper to Uncle Molvin. Could you teach me how to do letters sometime? Maybe.
I
In our
would
free
love
time.
to. What? We'll discuss what languages you and I share in common, and can definitely work on teaching you.
Thank you.
The letters are called the alphabet.
Yes, that. Letters
Yes,
are good.
Lachlan, you see Callista's. She obviously looks angry being here, but you would probably pick up that she actually looks a little scared.
She does.
She does.
This might be a first for Lachlan.
Hmm.
Her resolve is a little bit shaky.
Lachlan looks scared too.
None of us notice anything about Lachlan because that's usually how he looks.
Yeah.
So are you guys headed to the Horncrow residence?
Yes.
I guess the question kind of falls on Callista's shoulders, really.
But yeah, that's true.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm walking.
So you guys make your way. Callista, for you, it feels like forever as you're making your way through these alleys. You guys pass by a few other groups of these individuals wearing red capes throughout the town. As you make your way into the top corner of this town, you can start to see that these houses get a little bit nicer up here in this top corner. As almost as if the nicest of the facilities, the nicest of the places, the homesteads, if you will, that live within the city walls are located in this vicinity. You round the bend to see the formidable mansion of the Horncrow residence, clad with its bluish-gray roof. Decorative elements that you've seen better in Waterdeep, to be honest. But in this town, this is a pretty fine-looking residence. It does seem like it has its own areas like behind it. If you guys see that in that top corner, if you guys notice, there's that other blue grayish roof behind the building. That is actually also part of their residence. It might be like a stable area where they keep a horse and buggy and stuff like that. Callista, you would know that for sure, that they own like a little, kind of like a garage area behind their house. You know, not many people have those here in Daggerford, but the Horncrows do. And you make your way to the front, which is, it's gated, but the front gate is open and there's an archway leading you up to the front porch of the estate, which is elegantly decorated, and also it has these beautiful natural vines that kind of wrap around the pillars that hold the top of the roof of the estate up. And Callista, you definitely feel that cold, haunting feeling come about you as you get closer and closer to the steps of the porch.
Not as nice as our place, huh, Callista?
No, not at all.
Well, I apologize for asking this, Callista, but I feel it best to be warned. Are there anyone with any arcane abilities within the family that you're aware of that we should be warned of?
Let me just check my character sheet real quick.
Most of the family are regular hired peons I'm not overly concerned with.
As far as Callista knows, no, because she was never taught that purposefully.
Fair enough.
Yeah, no. There's plenty of teachers and handlers, but I don't think, out of character, I don't think all of them live here. I think some of these people were hired. I know of 2 that are here that are good fighters, which would be Boris and Lucian. But the other people, I don't think that they're still here, but I could be wrong.
And just as I've seen you're feeling angry about this, and if things should come to pass, are we attempting to save the physicality? Not referring to the people, I mean the location.
Right. Just the upstairs bedroom on the right. That's what I want to maintain.
What if
so
we
we'll-
took stuff from the bedroom instead of saving the bedroom? Would that make you feel better if you had some of it at home?
I don't know. I don't.
Okay.
Let us play under the assumption we are not to damage the property.
Okay.
As if it's too easy to go, oh, we can damage everything but that and accidentally do something. So, loss of life acceptable, loss of property not.
Okay.
You hear in your minds, I don't know what I want.
Follow your lead.
We play it by ear, wait for the signal.
Yeah. She hesitates probably a few moments longer before she knocks.
Okay, just a few moments pass before you hear, just a moment, coming! And you hear footsteps approach the door. And then you see the door open. And surprisingly to you, Callista, another female opens the door. And you know her, but you haven't had much experience with her because you guys were kept separated most of the time. But another individual who was succumbed to the treatment that you've been forced to experience opens the door. You recognize her as Nixie. She was someone else who was forced to deal with what your family had put you through. But she wasn't a family member. She was just kind of like a handmaiden, so to speak. And she answers the door, and she looks, and she sees you, and starts to burst into tears.
Oh, I was not expecting that.
And she comes out from the door and just embraces you. Lista. And she holds onto you and starts weeping on your shoulder.
Dear.
Nixie.
Listen, you gotta. What are you doing? What are you doing here? What are you
Can I just do a quick perception check on her body? Is she bruised up? Has she been messed around with?
Like, just looking at her physically right now?
Yeah.
You can, but it will be made with disadvantage.
Okay. Disadvantage. Perception or investigation? Perception?
Because it's happening so quickly, we'll go with perception.
Okay.
Like, you're not sitting there with a magnifying glass.
Right, yeah.
From what you can tell, you see maybe a little bit of a bruise right here on her neck, like back here.
Mm-hmm.
Right underneath her collar of the outfit that she is wearing. But other than that, not that you can tell.
I will hesitantly hug her back. Just because, like, we've never shared physical contact before, so, like, we've had conversations, but I don't think we've ever been this close. So the fact that she's breaking down in front of me, I'm like, oh, okay.
Your passive insight would tell you that she's just having one of those moments where she can't hold her emotions in any longer. And to see a face that has escaped this torture.
Oh no. I might have to blow up my house.
Oh no.
Has almost kind of like there's this strange sense of fear and relief at the same time almost. And she's like, you can come in. It's safe right now. Come in.
Where is everyone?
They went looking for you.
What do you mean they went looking for me?
Somebody came by and said that you were near Waterdeep somewhere. So they all loaded up a wagon and they took it to Waterdeep.
Who left the house?
All of them. I mean, your grandfather's there. Boris, Lucian, they all went. I know, I can't believe they left us here. We're just so scared. I mean, if we leave, we can get out of here, but I'm afraid they'll find us.
I don't suppose you heard why they're looking for me.
I don't know. Apparently they did some article and some newspaper came and interviewed all of them. They put out these articles talking about if anybody knew where you were to come and let them know. And there was like at least 5 people, at least 5 that contacted your grandfather. So they loaded up their things and they headed to Waterdeep.
Shit.
So good to see you safe.
It's good to see you too. I'm sorry.
Sorry too.
I hate to ask, but after I left, what happened? Yeah, that bad, huh?
I'd rather not talk about it.
Okay. Okay.
But listen, I don't blame you one bit. If I could go, I would go too.
You take her with us?
Yeah, you're not staying here anymore. Who else is here?
We're all here. But if he finds us, if they find us,
They won't.
They will never hurt you or me ever again. Ever again. That's why I'm here. They're lucky they left. They get a few more days.
How long ago did they leave?
it was maybe like 2 or 3 days ago. Probably 3 days.
How long would it take to get to Waterdeep?
From Daggerford on a wagon, they're probably just about ready to arrive.
Shit.
Or getting close. Depends on anything they run into along the way. You know, it's rough and tumble around here. So
If they left that long ago, they're probably just about there.
which explains why no one else is here.
Yeah.
Because they probably would have taken anybody that would have any kind of ability, and people that your grandfather would have trusted to guard the caravan that they took, the wagon, they would have all gone.
They probably hired some of my other tutors and shit to go with them then.
And they probably, what you would think, Callista, is they probably have people checking up on the house, but are not actively, like, staying here.
Okay.
So there's probably, like, guards or something that'll come around and swing by every once in a while to just check on, make sure the house is in working order.
Okay. Shit. Nixie, can you get the rest of the girls and whoever else is here gathered in the common hall?
Yes, I can go get them right away.
Okay.
And she
Pack
takes
your
her way.
things. Get ready to leave. All of them.
Are you sure? Are you sure this is a good idea?
Nixie. Just do it.
How many of them are there? Still here.
There are 6 of us.
Oh, okay.
Well, at
I'm
least the ones that weren't sold.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
Sold.
I'm gonna go upstairs. You get the others. I'm going upstairs for a minute.
Okay. Alyssa begins to head upstairs. Anything else that you guys are doing as Nixie seems to go
I'm gonna
off?
go watch the street for guards. Like I'm like kind of casually milling around out there, not looking like I'm involved, just seeing if any guards swing by.
He's gonna stay on the porch, just like watching by the streets and everything.
Yeah.
Sure, absolutely.
I follow Callista.
Okay, so you head upstairs. Diana's tracking Callista. She heads up to the second story. Ashlyn, anything?
Molfin?
Molfin? Yep.
Molfin's going to look around, see if he can find like an office somewhere that looks like that they might keep ledgers or books.
Okay. Go ahead and make an investigation check, Molfin.
If you telepathically ask, I can telepathically tell you where it is.
Molfin, give me the other bag of holdings so I can help the people pack.
I'm holding this in case we need things from this office I'm looking for.
Okay.
And as Molfin's looking, I'm gonna take that to Callista. Any idea where they would keep books or ledgers, anything showing who they were selling these people to?
He has an office on the main floor. It's towards the back.
Thank you for sticking around with us, Victoria. Thank you for hanging out.
Thank you, Victoria.
We will see you next time.
Hey. Molfin's now listening to Callista's looking for that office on the first floor.
Oh, Molfin, looking around. Yeah. Callista points you in the direction of the office where you find that there is a very nice office down here on the bottom floor. And you're looking around for ledgers and things of that nature?
Looking for anything that I can find, either... the primary goal is looking for, like, sales records, receipts showing who he would have been selling people to. We're hearing this woman say that he was selling some of the people off. Mm-hmm. But also, as he is Molfin, also keeping an eye out for anything that looks like it might be arcane in nature.
Okay. You're looking around. You definitely don't see anything arcane in nature. You do see a lot. Like, there's this massive bookshelf that's built into the wall behind his desk. And you're kind of rooting through his desk. You do find there is a kind of like a pouch of some gemstones in the desk.
Stick it in the pocket.
Okay.
Okay.
Ian, you're looking around and there's this one brown book that seems to stick out just the slightest bit more than the rest of the books on the like the second shelf up. And you begin to go over it, and it has this weird kind of like, it doesn't want to pull out from the rest of the books. Most of these books aren't like arcane, they're not like spell books or anything like that. It's all like what a very noble professional person would keep in their astute library in their office. You know, all these like professional art works of writing, you know, that he has. Nothing really like ledgers or anything like this. You might find like general like bank statements type things where he deposited things of that nature, but nothing that would indicate any ledgers. But that one book is very weird how it's like stuck a little bit in place.
I'm gonna yank it as hard as I can.
As you do, you hear a click, and as you pull it, there's a door that opens. And there's a smaller chamber beyond that has...
Immediately just sends a thought to Callista. I found apparently a hidden office in the office.
What? I'll be down in a minute.
And it's strange because all that's in this chamber is a massive painting of an astute noble with a fancy, thick, golden frame around it. And just one glowing, it seems to be, now this is where you pick up the arcane. A light shines above. Just one light shines down. And it looks as if it's very familiar to those continual flame spells that you've been so familiar with.
I'm going to sit down on the ground where Callista's doing her thing, pull out a couple of candles, and take a few minutes to cast Detect Magic. focused specifically on that picture.
There's an alarm, a magical alarm set on the picture.
Oh.
Wonderful. Isn't it wonderful planning on being here? I thought to prepare dispel magic, and I will dispel said alarm.
Nice.
Okay. Yeah, easily enough. You watch as this magical aura dissipates. Diana, you are following Callista upstairs. Is there anything that you'd be saying to her or doing as you're kind of following behind? It looks like she has a purpose to her walk, I would assume, as she's making her way up there.
Hey, where are we going?
Mom's room.
Okay, cool. Fancy schmancy place here.
It's overrated.
Yeah. Do you want to steal any valuables, sell them, and then give the money to poor people?
Sure.
Yeah, that sounds fun.
I just take it.
I grab a vase and I throw it into my bag, into my purse.
You still a nice crystal vase that you pull out. You dump the flowers out of it, and you just throw it in your bag. Yes.
I've decided to become Robin Hood.
Callista, I'm assuming you're making your way to your mom's room.
Mm-hmm.
When you approach down the hallway, the door is closed.
Is it locked?
It is locked.
He always keeps this thing locked.
Pixels, I'll say I went with her.
So
Because I don't really have a place. Yeah.
Ashlyn comes up the steps too, standing
Yeah.
with Diana and Callista as Callista reaches out and cannot turn the handle of the door.
Yeah, I got thieves' tools.
Okay. You can go ahead and make a check against the door if you want to try to pick it.
22.
Whoa!
Nicely done, Ashlyn. I'm impressed.
Yeah.
7 snake.
As you hear the click,
Lachlan's rubbing off me.
there seems to be, as Ashlyn moves the thieves' tools within the key hole there in the door. The door.
Did I just hear a telepathic click? What was that?
Yes. Lachlan, you'd be proud of me.
As it happens.
Nice.
All right. I will open the door.
You open the door to a dark room, but the light that seems to cascade through the drapes and the blinds and the curtains of the room seems to just... You have a feeling as if this room hasn't been entered for quite a long time. It's been kept at peace. The bed is still nicely made. Everything is almost seems as if it's been left here and left like this. Like it hasn't been touched in a while. And there's just that feeling of being held by your mother that just overcomes you as you enter into the room.
I am going to go to her bedside cabinet. And this is something that she told me many years ago, but I've never been able to do before. And I find the false bottom.
Okay.
And I pull out her druidic focus, which was kind of like a yew branch from one of her druid groves. And I slip it into my bag of holding.
As you do this, Callista, you do notice there's something else underneath that druid focus.
Okay.
There is a hand-drawn picture. Of your mother. And your father. With you in their arms.
Oh,
as a child. The edges are slightly torn and burnt. It looks like this has been something that she's had for quite a while. But it looks like something that she might have hand-drawn herself. That she kept with her druidic focus.
I will gingerly pick it up. Just give me a little bit more time. And I slip it into the bag of holding.
Okay.
And while I'm here, I'm going to go into her cabinet and get a couple of her dresses that she used to wear when I was younger, that I have memories of, and put those in the bag of holding.
They're easy enough to find because they're all there in that same place where you remember them being.
And I think I'm going to leave mostly everything else untouched. I would probably go find one more thing that I know she has, and that's in one of her bookshelves. I will pull out like a really worn leathered book, and inside is pressed flowers, and there's probably like dates and stuff over the years since she was a child.
Okay.
And I will put that also in the bag of holding.
Perfect.
And that's all I wanted to do. I will leave everything else as is.
Ashlyn, Diana, anything you doing while you're watching this take place at the doorway? No?
Just kind of wandering, just kind of looking around, I guess. I'm peeking out in the hallway looking for more things that look gold and movable.
There's a couple nice pictures on the wall that have really nice frames on them. They're probably worth some money.
I don't know if I can move frames.
You could take the whole thing just right off the wall and shove it in a bag of holding if you wanted to.
Is the artwork that comes with it nice?
There are a few yeah, oh absolutely. It looks like old paintings. You see like in the in what would be the equivalent of a medieval restroom, you see nice like intricate like it's like, you know how in some restrooms they have the little soap thingy that you can hold your hand under and like squirt the soap down on your hand. They got a couple that look like nice shells and stuff like that. Like it's real elaborate here at the Horncrow residence.
I just start to grab everything and I throw it into my bag, throw it into my purse.
Okay.
I leave the paintings because they're too big for me, but I throw everything that's like a knick-knack into my purse. That's not from Callista's mom's room.
Diana's totally robbing Callista's old house. She's just like jacking everything.
We're gonna sell it.
Does anyone remember like episode 2 when Callista was the moral compass? We've come so far where it's now Lachlan.
Speaking of Lachlan, you notice a few individuals walking by that seem to be they're not the Lord's Alliance style garb, but there's like 3 what look to be Daggerford guards. It seems to be walking up the street up River Road next to the wall there, and it looks like they're headed in your direction. I believe you're muted, MG.
Sorry, I didn't want anyone to hear me crying. I whatchamacallit? So I'll go over the telepathy and I'll tell everyone, guys, I think we have some company. Might be a false alarm, we'll see.
But how do you open a false portrait? It was an alarmed picture. I disabled the alarm, but now I'm trying to figure out how to get behind the picture.
I think Callista forgot about Mulfin, and she's been sitting on the bed, so she will stand up and go check to see what Mulfin's found.
Okay.
Hurry up, guys. We may have company.
So you guys head back down.
If they show up, we deal with them.
Mulfin, I mean, there's just a picture there sitting on the wall.
Does it feel like it? Does it feel like it has a hinge or anything that I can open it?
Oh yeah,
or...
as soon as you grab it, there's a hinge and it just swings open like that, and there's a locked safe behind it in the wall, embedded.
Ooh. Bloody hell! Well, just burning through everything today. Does it look like it's got a spot where I can try to pick the lock, or
yes, it does.
is it a key or is it a combination?
Yeah, somebody could attempt to pick it.
Okay, I'm gonna, without knowing anything's going on upstairs, pull out my own set of thieves' tools. And let me see here if I can. I don't know how to roll it in. Whatchamacallit?
Didn't you click it? You have to pick which stat you're rolling it with, or something.
I'm trying to do it in
Oh, you trying to do it with Roll20 or D&D?
D&D Beyond, yeah.
Gotcha.
Oh.
Because I've got everything in set up there. Because I don't. Oh, that's wrong button.
I think I'm like still level 10 in D&D Beyond.
It's been a while.
Okay, let's see here. If I go features. Oh, now that I'm done, well, I'm just gonna roll it in this. What is my thing? So it's a +7. That didn't work.
One of your thieves' tools break, Muffin, as you're trying to unlock this.
Bloody hell!
And snaps.
What's all this grumbling I'm hearing?
Yeah.
I just failed epically to pick open a lock, but there are other ways if that doesn't work. What is it made out of?
Looks to be like an iron of some sort. It looks pretty durable.
Ask Ashlyn to take a look at it.
I could.
She's upstairs with the others right now. I think she wandered off.
How big is that place?
I don't know. I came down this way. But, to hell with this. I'm going to reach out and grab it and see if I can just literally pull it out of the wall.
Okay, make a, this would be just brute strength, so I'm going to call it a strength check.
Okay. So, I am going to do this. Because
this time you're starting to hear footsteps coming back down the stairs as Callista and Diana and Ashlyn.
And I'm going to burn a portent to roll a nat 20 on it. So a strength check gives me a 25.
As you pull it out, you pull this thing out of the wall. And it slams onto the ground in this little chamber, putting a dent and breaking some of the hardwood floor beneath it.
How big is this thing?
Yeah. It's a small gun safe.
So like maybe 2-3 feet by...
Probably about your size, Muffin.
Perfect. Looks down at it, looks at the bag of holding, over the top.
Okay, the safe disappears into the bag of holding. At that point, Lachlan, are you trying to hide from the people that are coming?
I'm trying to make it look like I'm milling about in the alleyway, like I'm just.
Oh, you're walking off the porch and you're just in the alley?
Yeah.
Okay, you over here. Yeah, we're supposed to check in on the Horncrow residents. It's about that time of day. Well, you just make it quick. I'm hungry. And it looks like a couple people are coming up and they're getting ready to pass by you, and it looks like they're headed to the gate, the main gate.
Excuse me. Are you guys in charge around here?
Well, we're not in charge, but I mean, what are you talking about?
Did you see what happened in that other alleyway?
What? What are you talking about? What happened in the other alleyway?
Dirty guy came out of nowhere and he attacked innocent people.
Innocent people? What do you... Really? Make a deception check.
You know,
Wow.
Nice.
I don't believe I can beat that. I cannot. with even a natural 20, I can't beat that. Which alley?
I point at one that like kind of curves. Let's like, guess how does this look? We are about here. I'll tell him it's kind of like down this way.
Oh, just off a Koth?
Yeah, Koth.
You said dirty. Like, can you describe any as they're kind of walking away? It looks like they're getting their spears ready and just like slowly walking away from you, but they're looking back, like asking for a description. Okay, dirty doesn't really give us much to go on. Like,
maybe human, about yay tall, absolutely disheveled, wild, wily look in his eyes.
Right, wily eyes. Got it.
I think he was trying to steal a coin purse from someone who looked well dressed. They looked like they shouldn't have been bothered by such rabble.
They bother in the Jamesons.
Could be.
Oh, we gotta go. We gotta go. And they take off and they run down, and then you watch them turn around the bend and head towards the Koth alleyway.
Guys, we've got heat. They're coming to check on this place. I delayed him a little bit. Don't know how long we have.
Gotcha.
I took the safe out of the wall. It's coming with us.
What?
Leave everything as you saw it, though.
Oh, okay.
Why isn't the plan to go deal with them now? They're probably almost at our house.
What about my article? Molfin, do you have pen and paper? Write a quick article.
Not in the house. There's guards coming.
Okay, just grab a pen and paper and we'll go to an inn and you can write the article real quick.
Bloody hell, fine. I'll go back into the office. Molfin's gonna close the,
Molfin, you do know that you're probably within 5 miles of home.
Oh.
You've written many things at home.
Isn't there a Molfin that's already home?
Yes, there is.
But right now we have an Elmer Fudd.
Oh, yeah.
Bloody hell.
But Molfin, you would know this, but it's up to you.
No, I need to... Let's get out of here. We need to speak with Callista. We need to figure out what's going on.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay.
Molfin is going to close the painting.
Okay.
Take out one of his little vials of blood that he keeps on him.
Okay.
Take it out and just on the painting, just pour it onto the tip of his finger and just roughly draw a very crudely drawn image of a hand, just like that.
Okay.
Right onto the portrait.
Right on the portrait. You got it. Easily done.
Then coming out, close the bookshelf.
Okay. You guys see the coast is clear outside. It looks like Nixie has quickly thrown together a bag, and she also is, she has the rest of the group that are there that have been basically keeping this homestead tidy and clean and doing the things that they've been doing within this house. They've all got small bags packed up. Doesn't look like they had much time to get things gathered up, but they got what maybe little possessions that they had.
Okay.
All we have to do is wait for Callista, Diana, and Ashlyn to get down here, and we can deal with this.
Yep.
Hurry!
And they're heading down the steps. They meet up with you guys back down in the main foyer of the estate.
We have quick choices to make. As Lachlan said, gods are returning.
Okay.
I don't know how long it will take your family to get to Waterdeep. They could be there today, tomorrow. It's hard to say.
Right.
If we need somewhere for these people to lay low, there isn't much at home, but I'm certain we could convince Molfin to aid them for now.
Wait, what?
Oh, I was just gonna take it back home, but if
Oh, my domicile is only a few miles from here, where the simulacrum is.
Is your wife okay with taking in 6 people?
How are you gonna tell her?
Molfen will take care of that. That's not our business, that's his.
I'm just wondering if it would be easier if we just left them with Clarion for a while.
If you think he won't mind, it's...
It's only until we deal with them. But if you want your other self
It's...
and your wife...
It is an option.
How big is your house?
How big is my house?
You tell us. How big is your house?
Oh, God, how many... there's 6 of them. I mean, I know...
How many of the great grandchildren come by? Yeah.
Right, that's it. I know we had at least a couple of kids.
Mm-hmm.
One tree led down to you guys. At least one tree led down to Moby's side.
Hey,
So there's at least 2 extra bedrooms in there. So there's probably, at least I'd say, when you think kids are coming by, there's probably 3 or 4 extra bedrooms.
And don't gnomes, like, for some reason I get them, like, they kind of live in, like, tree homes or something of that nature? Is that right? Or do they live in more, like, kind of like almost halfling kind of underground?
You're rock, right?
Yeah, I'm rock. So, yeah, I'm rock, so I'm probably more liable to be on the ground at some point, even if it's just like a more, I guess I'll say, average domicile like you'd find in the city.
Okay. Perfect. And you know that, like, you live in small kind of groups most of the time with you have, like, other gnomes that have other establishments, but not, like, crazy villages or towns or cities or anything like that. You just live in these small clusters.
It would be rather dull for them, but it would be a safe place for the time being. But at the same point, that leaves your father and Clarion to deal with whatever these people are bringing.
I'm just wondering, I can get us back home now. And if they're going to be in Waterdeep, like, we're there. I don't know how to get to your house. I can't tree stride or teleport to your house.
I could teleport there, but who knows?
Can you bring
It would be
everyone?
on when the lights came back.
There'd be one person you couldn't bring back with you.
Oh, bloody hell. Too many people.
Yeah, I calculated. We're like extra.
Well, somebody gets voted off the island.
Oh, 2 people extra. Yeah.
Okay, so pick 2 of the girls. I kid.
It's like,
Maybe.
you know, I'm sorry, Nixie. That thing that we were talking to you about, that'd be awful.
Guys, when these guards check, do you think they're going to check deep, or are they only going to, like, glance at the place? Is that a thing we have to worry about?
Maybe.
Where's the nearest tree to get us home?
You ready on the map?
None.
None. Yeah, you'd have to get outside of the city and across the bridge before you get to the trees.
I have a rock. Just fly out.
Make an exit?
Yeah.
That would call a bit of attention to you. Unless their attention was elsewhere.
I'm fine with just doing the rock. I don't care anymore. We need to get out of here.
Good, let's go outside and do it.
I've to write a slander article against your grandparents.
I have a feeling that they're not going to survive this, Ashlyn.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
You can deal with the Delphin thing after.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's get these guys to safety, and then we'll go back to Waterdeep.
You guys are going outside,
Mm.
and you're getting the rock out,
Mm-hmm.
and basically turning it into a massive eagle creature,
Mm-hmm.
and jumping on the back of it and flying off into the air. Okay. You guys basically fly off. A lot of you can ride on the back of this thing. It's massive. You may have to just make sure that these individuals that are with you are kind of tucked in between you, because it's probably the first time they've ever experienced anything like this in their lives.
I will turn into air elemental, kind of as backup if someone falls.
Oh, good deal. Good deal.
Nice.
Anybody else have anything that they could do to help out, or want to do something to help out, or
How fast does it travel? Because I can probably run.
they can run? They can go pretty fast. I think they are 100. I think
Okay.
they're like 100 feet, maybe flies.
Okay,
speed
never
or something
mind.
crazy like that, or maybe
No.
even less than that though. I cannot remember off the top of my head, but they have a really pretty crazy fly speed, I think.
Never mind, man.
How much
Interesting.
stuff did you steal, and how much was it worth?
What you stole and how much was it worth?
Yeah.
I would
no.
probably say you've stolen probably about a 750 gold pieces worth of merchandise
Nice.
from
Nice.
the estate in that short amount of time. Like, you knew you left a lot there. Like, there's plenty more where that came from. But with the haste that you had to leave, you were unable to grab anything else.
It's a fly speed of 120.
120, so you're
Much faster than
I
me.
thought.
Okay.
Yeah.
Redistribute the wealth.
Well, if I run the dash, let me see. If I run the dash, I could be faster than it. So, but
Yes, but eventually you'd tire out.
yeah.
That's...
And it'd probably be better if you guys are flying out, you have to fly over the walls instead of just charge through where all the guards are waiting, and they'd be kind of suspicious of you just running Forrest Gump style out of the gates. But you guys fly away. You do hear bells start ringing, and you do see like Lord's Alliance people starting to like running and moving into position as they see this massive rock come out of nowhere, with people on the back of it, like flying out and into the clouds above. But those sounds seem to fade away as you guys start to head towards.
As we're flying, as we start to fly out,
Oh no.
Mulfin's going to take a pouch out of one of his pockets.
Okay.
One of his little pouches of dirt. It has a seed planted in it.
Okay.
Oh no.
He's going to pour some water and drop it into the city.
Oh no.
Let's do this. Let's roll a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Roll a d6 for me.
5.
Okay, it falls in the drill field.
Wonderful.
Gosh. Let me consult my text.
Do you remember what they
Oh,
are?
the bag of beans, right?
Yep.
Oh, hell. Here we go. Every time you must do this to me, Matthew. Go ahead and roll.
The dangers of giving.
Roll a D100. How many of those you got left?
Let me see here. I think this is my last pre-prepared bean bomb.
Bean.
Let me check.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. So that's my last pre-prepared one, but I still have 5 beans left.
Jeez.
Oh my god.
What did you do?
Oh no. What did he do?
Oh yes.
Oh no.
Oh yes. I love
no.
every part of this, and it makes so much sense.
Oh, God.
Sprouting into existence is an animate, immobile stone statue in your likeness. That rises. It makes verbal threats against everybody. Like, I'm gonna say everybody around in the drill field, and I'm gonna say it looks exactly like Molfen, and I'm gonna say this thing looks as tall as a stone golem standing in the middle of the drill field.
Oh dear.
If you leave it and others come near, it describes you as the most heinous of villains and directs the newcomers to find and attack you. If you are on the same plane of existence as the statue, it knows where you are, and the statue becomes inanimate after 24 hours.
Well, there's 24 hours. That's good.
So there is a massive Molfen sculpture that is animated and is pointing to the sky, cussing. There he is. There's the wizard you're looking for. He is wretched. He is a beast. He will cause you pain and despair. You must find him. I believe he's headed home.
Oh, no.
And everybody you guys see panic as these small people underneath you are just going crazy like little ants just running around the drill field and all through the city as you guys make your way and disappear into the clouds.
Not quite what I was hoping for, but hey, I will take it.
Wild card.
I was looking for a distraction. Apparently, it's distracting.
Keplin says in chat, she was right. She's like, it's going to be a statue of Molfen. It's like, yes, it is. It is.
Oh, bloody hell.
The dice
Sometimes
tell
the
the
dice love
story.
me.
The dice,
Sometimes the dice hate me.
The dice tell the story, folks. So as you guys leave this chaos behind, and you can hear the warning bells from many temples within Daggerford ringing, you continuing on?
I was gonna find a tree and get us back to Waterdeep, but
Okay. You can do that. That's what
unless
you guys are doing.
Molfen still wants to go home.
Well, it makes no difference. It's Waterdeep or home. It's either way.
All right. Let's go to our home.
So you guys are gonna land the rock.
Yep. Find a tree.
Can you cast that again in the same day?
At a higher level, I can.
Okay. So you're gonna spend a higher level spell slot,
Uh-huh.
and you're gonna head back to the Dumpster Fire Ranch.
Mm-hmm.
And as you guys all back through, taking these individuals with you, that's where we're gonna end tonight's episode of Kindred Lists.
Oh boy. Oh no.
I love
70 other options.
I love everything about that.
that was an amazing turn of events. It was so great.